the greatest undercover agent the world has ever known?
Tuffnut?
What?
Seriously, last episode I was making the joke of Hiccup being the greatest undercover agent, but I was misled.
Yes.
Because this title, A View to a Skrill, was obviously a James Bond reference, so
yeah. Yeah, I got nothing. I don't know how to respond to that.
No, Tuffnut being a secret agent, that itself is a punchline.
Alright, so this picks up right where part 1 left off. Of course! And so Hiccup is trying to find the twins. And again, yeah, I remember saying that he's gonna make a great chief.
Yes, yeah. He is gonna make a great chief. Because, the other Dragon Riders went home, and Fishleg's like, "You gonna go back out there?" "Yeah, I already got my provisions." And he's like, "What are you gonna do? Search all night?" "If I have to." So yeah, he's gonna be a great chief. Now, they try to follow he hits the mark actually where they went.
Yeah, he says that maybe they were actually trying to track the Skrill. They find the Skrill. He finds the Skrill. They'll find the twins.
It's not far off.
Nah. So he goes through the clouds where there's a lightning storm raging on because the Skrill is attracted to lightning, and it kind of drives him towards Outcast Island. And Toothless doesn't like Outcast Island
for obvious reasons.
Yes, right. And while he's flying through the clouds, it raised up a very good point. I was wondering, does Gronkle Iron conduct electricity? And not 1 minute after I thought about that. Yeah, lightning strikes the shield. So yes, it does conduct electricity.
And oh god, the reintroduction between Hiccup and the twins was just priceless.
Oh yes, so Hiccup does finds the Skrill in the Outcast Island Dragon Trading Arena, and he doesn't notice that Ruffnut is right next to him until she says something, and at first he's like, "I know, we gotta get that." Wait, Ruffnut? You're alive! Where's Tuffnut? Oh god, yes.
Yes.
And the twins are their own kinds of trolls, really.
Yes, they are. Where's Tuffnut?
Tuffnut. Ruff says he didn't make it. I'm like, yeah, I've heard this joke before. Where is he really?
Yeah, the greatest undercover agent is hiding in a tree.
He hollows out one of the Loki trees. I remember they're called Loki trees.
Yeah,
and he says that he hollows it out, but now he can't get out. And he also says, I got bark beetles in my pants. It's actually kind of nice.
I said enough about this. But no, seriously, that's actually a pretty good idea for a disguise. Really, what outcast is gonna look at the tree?
True, unless it starts speaking.
Yes, unless tree. But then again, it's like Metal Gear Solid. You got moving cardboard boxes.
Wow, so that's where that reference in that film comes from.
But no, so Hiccup decides to elect Tuffnut to go undercover and get information.
He can't do it himself because Dagger and Alvin know who he is. Ruffnut says no because Outcast Food gives her gas.
Another image we don't need.
No. So he elects Tuffnut.
And, at first I thought, oh shit.
We're doomed.
No, that's the third time we thought that those twins are going to doom us all.
I know, but no, he actually delivers. He doesn't sneak into the meeting like he said he was going to do, because really we weren't expecting him to succeed in that.
But
he's able to distract a guard by using the simplest method of
I call it I call it the Barbarian fire drill. If you act like you know what you're doing, they think you know what you're doing.
Yeah, but his alias is Buffnut. So yeah, really just switching out a letter in his name.
It's actually a pretty good letter.
Yeah, he's a pretty good liar actually when he needs to be.
Yes, and mind you,
oh my god, the way that he gets past the guards is hilarious. Really.
Yes, and mind you, when he sneaks into the meeting, oh god, he's by the way, Alvin and
Dagger. We were hoping that their interaction would just be hilarious. We didn't really get that. No.
That's kind of sad.
It was kind of sad, but they all have the same plans. Is that
backstab?
Yeah, backstab everyone. And Hiccup finally knows that Mildew is with the Outcast. I really hope his deductive reasoning that he showed in this episode kind of goes a little bit further.
Yeah. Though, brilliance on writers. Okay, writers, you are brilliant, because here's the problem with Dagger and Alvin not knowing about Tuffnut. Well, I don't know Alvin, but Dagger never met Tuffnut.
No, brilliant use of continuity. He never met them in
Twin
Sanity. They never met in The Night and the Fury. So when Dagger actually notices Tuffnut because of a pet peeve he has, smacking his lips because he's eating. Yeah, I can kind of understand where Dagger's coming from, really. But he just says, "Who are you?" And Buffnut, I'm sorry. Oh my god, I'm actually believing his alias
He
now.
succeeded.
Tuffnut says that I am part of your tribe. I am Buffnut the Berserker. Why? What were you doing? I was writing a poem to celebrate your victory, but I kind of got hungry, so I came here. Sorry about that.
Hey, oh god, you gotta hear the poem. The poem is just...
Dude, I don't think I can remember. I can't.
Oh no, but all I can remember is Dagger's reaction. A skrilling?
Go a skrilling.
I like it! You can keep your legs. Oh, you wonderful villain in training, you.
So yeah. And Tuffnut is able to... So he blends in well by even...
Being Tuffnut.
By being himself. He makes jokes that the outcasts all laugh at. Mildew actually does notice him.
This is funny. You do it. You do the deed.
But Mildew cannot speak clearly because he got shocked by the Skrill.
And this is the second time Mildew's been shocked by lightning.
Yes, he has. It was kind of implied that he was shocked in When Lightning Strikes. But
notice it's always around Tuffnut.
Yes! Yes. So now he can't... So now he speaks like he's having a stroke. He's all tongue-tied.
And mind you, it's great that Tuffnut is the one person to get the most hits in Mildew.
No, he got more hits than Astrid and Alvin.
I know, it's great. I was like, oh my god, a twin I expected the least from is actually pulling him through. He's actually making me proud. Oh.
So Tuffnut relays the information about all the outcasts and the Berserkers' plan for the Skrill, and Hiccup says that they should free the Skrill so that, so Dagger doesn't get the Skrill, and then Alvin won't destroy Berk because of that. And he tells Tuffnut to try to distract the guards, but he change of plans. He got distracted, by telling Berk jokes to outcast guards. And there was actually one joke that was pretty clever, really.
What do you say to a one-armed Viking to get off the tree?
You wave.
And it's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, you go.
No, I've gone a whole lot.
So, Hiccup arrives, and he finds that the Skrill is nowhere to be seen.
Tuffnut 2.
Yes, and Tuffnut finally remembers and comes. And they find out that, hey, Dagger has a change of plans.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he just took the Skrill, and Alvin does not like that.
And mind you, we get the most... Whoa.
We get a very good fight scene, even better than Alvin and Stoic in Alvin and the Outcasts.
Yes.
It was really good. The movement was just very fast,
it was
and it
very
had some
fluid.
Very fluid. It was fast. The camera angles were pretty good too. It really looked like these were people fighting, not just not.
Well, it was going. The only thing is, it was at a very high speed. It was like,
yeah,
almost not like Boar, but it was going pretty fast.
It was. So ultimately, Alvin does get defeated. It's actually more implied that he gets defeated. He tries to go swim away from the Skrill, but Dagger uses the Skrill's power to shock the lightning, and it's kind of implied that Alvin is dead. I kind of really don't believe that, though, because
I don't believe it either.
Because one, that would actually be a good callback. That's a good callback to the books that a fan of ours really loves. Is that when Alvin seems to be defeated, he always just comes back more hideous than ever. Actually,
well, that's what the Joker's calling card.
What?
You can't get rid of the Joker. He just comes back.
Yeah, but does Batman ever really kill the Joker?
No. But even when a Joker seemingly dies, Batman accidentally knocks him into a pillar smokestack.
Mm-hmm. When was that?
Important to Batman in the animated series.
I must have not seen that episode. I gotta get more boxes of that.
But no, anyway, so I had one question. I was like scratching my head over. Why did that dragon not fly away?
Yeah, it's okay. So it's tied down. It has a collar on it, and it's held by 2 ropes. But it's kind of implied that they're not tied down. So, and I was also kind of wondering, is that is the Skrill's electricity not shocking Dagger? Because you see the bolts like traveling through the ropes, and it's kind of lighting him in that menacing way, which I will admit does look cool, really.
Yeah.
But he's not reacting like he's shocked, and well, it kind of comes into play later, really. But again, a good use of the show don't tell, even if it's not as subtle as the first movie.
But no, like after defeating Alvin, he just walks away.
Yeah. So Hiccup decides to take the initiative and kind of he baits Dagger into chasing him, and and Dagger. He's not quite as he's not quite as hammy as he was in Night and the Fury, which
it's kind of sad.
It's sad because that's what we loved about him. He was a little more restrained. Definitely, he wasn't Jim Carrey. He was still staying at Castor Troy levels, but he wasn't going full Cage.
I feel sad. I felt like we lost something.
I know, but he did keep his laugh. He even did that in part 1.
I know. Oh my god.
Right. So Hiccup and Toothless, they lure Dagger into a cliff edge, and it turns out, and he keeps firing at the Skrill, and it keeps deflecting, but it turns out that there is a puddle beneath Dagger's feet, and they're trying to get him closer into it so that when the Skrill uses his electricity, it comes into play later, is that, well, when he finally uses his electricity for the final time, it shocks Dagger, and that is what kind of sold me as to why he wasn't shocked in the first place, is because you need a ground conductor to complete the circuit. Wood does not conduct electricity, since he was on the ship when that happened. But if you're like standing on metal or water, then yes, prepare to get your ass shocked.
I still I find that stretching lightly, but it's a kid's show, so I'm not going to question it.
Okay. So yeah, Dagger now does not have the Skrill anymore, but the Skrill is still a wild dragon.
And I swear it has a grudge against Hiccup now for some reason. Like, why doesn't it fly away? You know, like, I'm free!
I don't know. Maybe
seriously,
maybe there really are bad dragons by nature.
True. So yeah, hey, guys. Well, how do we get rid of this Skrill?
Mm-hmm. By putting it back where you found it.
In the glacier?
In a glacier, yep. Yeah, they lure it to a glacier, and they kind of use the old Velociraptor trick from the first Jurassic Park.
Except, how did it not know so?
Toothless. Okay, here's the reflection of Hiccup and Toothless, and they're right here. How did the Skrill not see it when it was passing?
Touché.
Yeah, so it knocks it out, and they seal the great glacier up with melted water, and that now freezes the Skrill.
Oh yeah, don't forget Roughnut and Tuffnut.
Yeah, Roughnut and Tuffnut, they're the ones that do it. So.
And that's the story of how Roughnut and Tuffnut saved Berk.
Strangely.
Yes. My God.
So
this disc is the Roughnut Tuffnut saga.
Yeah, I guess you can say that. Yeah.
Because we had like 3 episodes dedicated to them?
I don't know about 3. There were definitely 2 episodes.
2 episodes, and this one, and the 2-parters, they're prominent.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. They get their moment to shine.
Yes. So, great job, creators.
And so the episode ends with, I guess Dagger's still on Outcast Island.
And now he's the new big bad boss.
And so now he does that the villain obsessing over their enemy that we've seen a lot of times. He's got like drawings of Toothless, and of course the last thing that we see is him driving a knife through the picture of the Night Fury. And I'm seeing that, and I'm going, obsess much?
Oh, so it is personal now.
Mm-hmm. Like, it wasn't personal at the end of Night in the Fury?
Apparently. He was just angry that he was lied to. You lied to me, brother!
Okay, so, yeah, you poked an angry bear.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, actually, part 2 was great on the comedy. I don't know, I kind of liked part 1 better, really.
I honestly like part 2.
Okay.
Like, part one was great with dragon flying and all that stuff, but part 2 gave more development.
With Tuffnut? I don't know
more not development of Tuffnut as a character, but the fact that it's showing that he is useful.
Okay.
And I gotta give kudos to that.
Okay. Yeah, both episodes are great. I guess, I don't know.
It's a personal preference, though.
Yeah, it is. I don't really know. I guess I kind of like the first one more due to the dragon fight scenes and the comedy, really.
Oh yeah.
And both episodes, the pacing was great. I
think they finally mastered the thing of 2-parters now.
Yeah, probably, because this is another good 2-parter. And we finally got to see Alvin and Dagger in the same room together, in the same scene.
And it wasn't as great as I was
hoping. Yeah, I kind of really do hope that when we see Dagger again, if we do in later episodes, that he goes back to the hamminess that we want. That he goes to what did we put his level on?
We put him Jeremy Irons.
No, he was below Willem Dafoe.
Yes, Willem
Dafoe. Yes. Alright, so really, I got nothing left for this. It was nice. It was nice to see a new dragon. The lighting was pretty. The lighting was pretty good, especially with the lightning when it was just like very close to Dagger's face, and I did give him that menacing look.
Oh yeah, and then there's the slow-mo.
So, what was the slow-mo?
The sword.
Oh, that one, yes. The fights, yeah, and the fights.
And you got to see his eye going like...
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like hiccups. I was like, oh no.
Yeah. Oh. So, yeah, I got nothing left for this.
I'm done. I don't have anything else to do.
Alright. So, yeah, that is the end of A View to a Skrill Part 2. We'll see you next time.
On Dragons, Defenders of Berk.
Hey, you got it right!